In this video, I'm going to show you the best exercises to help a stiff, achy back from having to work at home. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Dr. Rowe coming to you from SpineCare in St. Joseph, Michigan. So if working from home has been a big problem on your back, maybe you're getting new aches, pains, tightness, stiffness, you name it, and you need a quick fix, definitely check this video out. I'm going to focus on the full back with this one, but I'm going to keep it simple and easy by breaking it up into different parts of the back. So we'll focus on upper, middle, lower back, hips, pelvis. Go through all of the exercises. They all work differently. Take what works best for you. As a bonus, all of the exercises can be done at home, do not require any equipment, and may give quick back pain relief, even in as little as 30 seconds. So let's get started and fix that achy back right now. So here is a wonderful exercise that's going to help open up the full back and also help improve forward-leaning posture from sitting at a desk for too long. It's just a good way to get up every so often, get everything loosened up and moving. I'm going to go next to a door or a wall. Space yourself out roughly about 1 arm length away. I'm going to take my hands and then put them overhead just like this. Use our fingers to crawl up as much as you can until you feel a very good stretch happening into the upper back across the shoulders. My arms are also roughly shoulder width apart. What I'm going to do from there is put my feet about hip width apart. I'm going to place all the weight right on my heels. Let's tuck the chin like this, and then we're going to bend the knees and slowly lower our body down while we grip into the door with our fingers. This is our stability point, our anchor point, so we don't want the fingers to slide with this one. Only our lower body goes down. The more that you go down, the more intense this stretch is going to be felt. So once we feel a very deep stretch, what I want to do from there is really allow my chest to sag or go forward towards the door. And this really opens up the shoulder blades. It feels wonderful. Once we hit that deep, comfortable stretch, let's hold this one for about 20 seconds. Do nice, slow, controlled breathing also. Let the tension out. From there, we can relax and take a breather. On the next repetition, try to take the fingers up just a little bit more and stretch more into it. Always challenge yourself with each repetition to open up the joints and reduce more muscle tightness. How we can take this one to the next level is instead of going straight forward with it, let's angle our body slightly in one direction. In this case will be my left. And then I'm just going to repeat this exercise. What you'll notice is it hits the muscles a little bit differently. As I go towards the left, it tends to hit the opposite side, so it really opens up that right side. So go all the way towards the left, go all the way towards the right. Experiment with different angles, and if you do notice that one hits your back just a little bit better, throw some more repetitions in at that point. How we can take this one to the next level is to incorporate a little bit more rotation into the upper back. So let's get back into that original position. What I'm going to do this time around though is take one arm off, bend it at 90 degrees, and then rotate my whole body in the opposite direction. So I'm taking my right arm, rotating my whole back towards the left side. Again, you'll notice this opens up the back just a little bit differently. Go over as far as you can. Hold this one for about 15 to 20 seconds. From there, you're just going to relax, take a breather, and then repeat this on the other side. But do this one nice and slowly for about 5 complete repetitions. And I hope that this really just allows you to get through the day with less issues. Here's one of my personal favorite ways to quickly relieve a lot of back tightness and stiffness from sitting at a desk for too long. This one is known as a figure 8. Let's scoot right to the edge of a chair, have very good upright posture. We're going to take our hands, place them on the back of the head just like this. What I'm going to do, just like the name implies, I'm going to use the tips of my elbows right here to trace a figure 8. But we're going to go through some certain motions to help open up and unlock the upper to middle back. So as we're tracing the upper part of the 8, we're going to go into extension. So we're really trying to drive our back backwards like this. You should really feel it activate in between the shoulder blades while doing this. And as we trace the lower part of the 8, we're going to go into flexion or a forward motion. So again, you should feel the back open up just in a little bit of a different way. Let's start right in the middle of the 8. What I'm going to do is just swing up in any direction and start to put my back into extension until I get to the top part of the 8. Once we get to the top part of the 8, what we want to really do is really drive our upper back backwards, really activate it in between the shoulder blades and put the back into extension. This should feel like it's really opening up. From there, I'm just going to slowly start to swing down till we get back down to the middle point of the 8. From there, I'm just going to slowly lean forward until I get to the bottom part of the 8. I'm going to lean forward as much as I can, and I kind of pull forward with my hands with this one too to help traction it open just a little bit, and then I just start to swing back up until I get to the middle part. And then I just simply repeat this one for a complete cycle. This should roughly take you about 5 seconds to do one complete cycle or repetition. But with each repetition, you want to stretch into it just a little bit more. Always challenge those muscles. And you want to do this for about 3 to 5 times. Once you've done that, switch to the opposite direction. So if you've been going like this, go in the opposite direction and just hit the muscles a little bit differently. And repeat this one for 3 to 5 times. If you do notice that one certain movement, like let's say when I do this, the bottom part of the 8, I really feel it activate over a tight, achy spot of my middle back. What I'm going to do is just slowly work through that, throwing more repetitions in until I feel like it's loosening up. And then I just slowly start to continue that 8. It's just a good way to put a lot of good motion into the back itself, target achy spots, and hopefully have a lot less issues throughout the day. So here's an exercise that will literally tackle a pain in the butt from sitting too long. It's known as a seated figure 4, or if you're into yoga, a seated pigeon pose. What I'm going to do is start at the edge of a chair, have very good upright posture. We're going to bring one leg up over the other just like this. Rest the ankle over the knee on the bottom. So when you look down, it should look like a figure 4 starting to form with your legs. It's a 3-part movement, and it's very easy to do. The first movement, I'm going to take my hands, place them off to the side of the hips. We're just going to lean forward. We're going to pivot through our hips and our waist with our upper body. We're not trying to round the back with this one, but just gently and slowly leaning forward through the hips. When you do this, you're going to feel a very good stretch happening to the hips, pelvis, glute buttocks, legs, lower back, pretty much the whole side that is on top. So in this case, it's my right side. We want to hold this one for a deep, comfortable stretch for about 20 seconds. From there, you're just going to come back up, take a breather, and then you're going to repeat this 3 to 5 times. With each repetition, try to stretch into it just a little bit more to target those muscles. In the second movement, we're going to add a little bit of a twisting motion in there to target it and hopefully relieve a little bit more tightness into those muscles. So let's pivot forward again, but this time around, I'm going to take my hands, place them off to my shoulders just like this, and then I'm going to turn in the opposite direction. When you do this, you'll just notice that the muscles get hit just a little bit differently. Again, go for a very deep stretch. Hold this one for about 20 seconds. Relax and then repeat it on the other side. You want to do this in both directions for 3 to 5 repetitions. The last movement, we're going to do a lateral lean. So let's start with very good upright posture. And what I'm going to do is put my hands on my hips and then just tilt my body in the other direction. So I'm leaning towards my left. What this will do is target more off to the side of the lower back down into the hip. It really hits a muscle called the quadratus lumborum, or the QL muscle, which is a big instigator of back pain. Let's hold this one for 20 seconds, come back up, and then just repeat it on the other side for 3 to 5 repetitions on both sides. And when you're done on one side, for good measure, always switch to the other to keep them both in balance. With this exercise, we're going to focus more into the pelvis and into the SI or sacroiliac joints. If you have more pain across the belt line, a little bit below and off to the side, check this one out. Very easy to do. We're going to start seated with very good upright posture. My legs are going to be roughly hip width apart. I'm going to take my hands, place them on the outside of the knees. The movement is taking the knees outwards while resisting against it with our hands. This ends up becoming an isometric exercise. That is kind of like exercising without using too much movement. The more that we push out and resist, the more that you're going to feel it activate into the pelvis, into the SI joints. So really kind of focus on feeling it a little bit below the belt line off to the side. You want to hold this one for a comfortable, deep stretch for about 5 seconds. From there, you're just going to relax, take a breather, and then repeat this for 5 times. In the second part, and this one is the neat one, I'm going to make fists like this, put them together, and then place them on the inside of the knees. This time around, we're going to drive inwards, but our hands are going to resist against it. And I don't know if you heard it over the microphone, but I got a very good release into this right SI joints. It's very common to get a click, pop, snap, crack, whatever you want to call it, into the SI joint with this because it puts a lot of good motion into those sacroiliac joints. So don't be alarmed if that happens. But you want to just hold this one comfortably for about 5 seconds, relax, and then do this for 5 repetitions. It's just an easy way to really help open up the pelvis and SI joints pretty much anywhere. With this exercise, we're going to focus on tight, achy leg muscles from sitting too long. I really like this one because not only is it so easy to do, but it's going to work the front and the back of the legs at the same time. We just need one of 2 things, a doorknob or a sturdy chair. You could probably also use the edge of a desk or table for this one too. Let's start standing with very good upright posture. Whatever side is closest to that chair or the doorknob, we're just going to grab off to it like this for a stability point. We want that side to be kept straight. So in this case, it's my left side. We're not going to bend the knee. We're going to keep that leg straight during this exercise. We're going to bend the other side's knee though. What I'm going to do is just grab at it like this and grab right in the front of the ankle. You can also grab the back of the pant leg if that's a little bit easier. But let's have very good upright posture again to start off with. In this position, you should already start to feel a very comfortable stretch into the front of the bent side's knee. So in this case, it's really stretching my right quadricep and hip flexor. From there, I'm going to intensify this stretch by trying to bring the leg back as much as I can, and it's really firing right now. It feels really good. What we're going to do to take this stretch to the next level is then pivot forward from our hips and from our waist. So we're not trying to round our back forward. We're pivoting forward from our waist while stabilizing this movement with the chair. When you do this, you're going to feel a very deep stretch happen into the side that is kept straight. So my left side, I'm really feeling it into my hamstring or the back of the leg. So again, you'll feel it into the front of the leg with the bent side, and then you're going to feel it on the back side of the leg with the straight leg. But hold this position for about 15 to 20 seconds. From there, you're just going to relax, take a breather, and then try to repeat this 3 to 5 times. With each repetition, try to stretch a little bit more into it to always challenge those muscles. And when you're done on one side, always switch to the other to keep them both in balance. If the exercises helped, please support the channel by giving this video a like and maybe subscribing too. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.